obviously the two men here aren't competing in the marathon, but Frank here knows all about it, and we'll be talking to him in a second. I'll just ask the King how he is in these last recent 3 days of rain. How do you find your new honour of King of Dalkey?
So far everything's gone very well. Got a great crowds around and everybody seems to be enjoying themselves, and that's really what the festival's about. People getting out and about.
Tell me this, what was the reaction of the Dublin players when you did the training the other night?
Oh, they were bound, and there was a lot of snide and remarks been made. But like the way to be, like we were out training last night now, and we trained very hard, and I find that I can't cut any of the usual corners that I used to because lads are watching, see my dodging.
Good stuff. It's ironic too that Michael is playing Meath, who are the Royal County. How do you think your chances of the Leinster final, Mick?
I hope they show me respect. Don't try and bait up the King.
Great stuff. Thanks a lot, Mick. Frank, could you give us a little few words how you think the festival is going?
I think it's going marvellous. First of all, I'd like to place on record on behalf of Dalkey United our sincerest congratulations to Mick Holden on winning the King of Dalkey Championship. What I remember most about the whole thing, and what I will never forget, was going around the pubs and the restaurants and and all the campaign lads, you and I and PJ and Chris, was all meeting up and having great crack, selling tickets for different candidates in the same pubs at the same time. That was marvellous crack altogether. The festival started off with a bomb here last Sunday. It was wonderful to see all the children enjoy themselves. The crowds were twice as big as last year. Absolutely incredible. We've having great crack each night since. Obviously there is an air of tension about Harry because of what happened in Slane. But that has a double-edged weapon, if you like. First and foremost, it has created the importance, in my opinion, in the Guard Authority's role to supply sufficient Gardaí for the streets. We've none last year. We have ample this year, I think. Everyone's entering into the spirit of it. Everybody will help out. And I no doubt the festival will be an absolutely fantastic success. And I hope next year we'll have another King. And maybe we might win it next year, Mick. But whatever else happens, Mick, don't forget we're all Dubs. And we all support you all the way. OK?
That's great. Thanks very much indeed. Now, Frank has to run off. As you know, he's organising the 10K. And the King has to get into the wagon to start the race and proceed to the procession. So thank you very much indeed. We'll be interviewing a few more runners in the next few minutes. Thank you. Sam Hodgins. Sam, what athletic club are you from?
Blackrock AC.
Sam, would you like to tell us a few little things about your career and what times you do and what you think the training and when you started?
I started in 1948. It's 36 years ago this week. I actually won a first 14-year-old half-mile race.
That's great.
And I competed more or less ever since. I gave it up a few years and this boom started again, so I started back again. They used to think we were mad in those days, but now the thing has reversed and they're all in it now, actually.
Would you like to divulge a little secret there? Will you give us your years?
50.
Great stuff, Sam. That's great. And what sort of time do you think you'll run it in tonight?
Well, I did 38 something last year, so we do the same time. I'll be satisfied.
That's great. I must say you're a very, very well-known man around here for running. I can still remember you from when I was a little lad.
That's because I owe money to so many different people.
That's great. That's great. Best of luck, Sam. And you did compete in the big marathon too, didn't you?
Well, I finished in all the.
What sort of time did you do in the big marathon?
Well, my best time in the marathon is 2 hours 32 in 1965, like in the Irish marathon. But since then, I haven't beaten 3 hours in the big one in town.
We wish you the very, very best luck, and thanks very much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Okay. With the ladies section, could you give us your names, girls?
Eileen Collins.
Betty Burke. Margaret Knox. Bridget Cohn. Mary Carey.
That's great stuff. How long are you all? I'll talk to you each a little bit individually, right? How much effort have you put into the training?
Oh, I've done about 30 miles a week.
30 miles a week. And how do you fit into housework?
Oh, I don't do any housework.
I don't think the rest of them will admit to that one. What sort of time do you expect to do tonight?
47, hopefully.
And are you running in aid of any charity, or are you running purely for your own enjoyment?
Purely for my own enjoyment.
That's great stuff. I'll just move along here. Yourself, are you running for any particular charity, or are you just running
for tonight? No, just for myself.
Just for yourself. And have you put much preparation into it?
No, I haven't. I hope to do around 50 minutes.
Is it your first one?
Well, we do marathons. We do the bigger marathons.
That's great. That's great. I hope you get through it again.
Thank you.
Give us the names again now.
Margaret Knox.
Margaret. Where are you from, Margaret?
Kilkenny.
Actually, where are you all from?
Country.
Wicklow.
Kilkenny. Galway. Mayo.
Oh, we've got a great selection. What sort of times do you hope to do yourself?
42 minutes, hopefully.
42 minutes?
Yeah.
That's very, very good indeed. You must have put in a fair bit of preparation.
No, we trained last year, for the marathon. We kept it up then all the winter through.
That's very, very good indeed. And yourself, what sort of preparation have you put in?
Oh, I've been training constantly now since January and hope to put in a good show tonight.
That's great. And
About 44, 42. I only took it up at Easter, so it's just my first year really. But
How do you expect to do?
well, I had to do it in 57, so I hope to do it in about 55. Like, but
What sort of any marrieds? Any marrieds? We all single?
All single.
We're all
That's why we
single.
have to be so much
I wonder, can we
together.
take anything out of that? That's great.
All
Well, listen,
singles.
I wish you all the very, very
Thanks
best of
very
luck.
much. Thanks very
Thank you. Thank you.
All the way back, please. Move back as best you can, please. Right, lads, now come on back now. Be fair to everyone. Right.
Who's going to start?
Listen, Frank, we want to get this way up.
Will you ask Jim to take off more slowly, please?
What are you doing there? You need to get in closer.
The marathon is just passing by. Let's wish them all a big hello and a great welcome to the Dalkey Island National Parade.
Hey, Jim, hold it down for that. Hold them, Jim, will you? When you're accelerating them. Now, where's the point? Have it down waiting. You have to be in front though.
Jumping ahead of the runners, this is. With the police escort. Are they the leaders there? Paging post. Jumping ahead again, this is. Up the side road.
Take her away. It's going to take off fairly quickly now. Watch yourself there. Okay, hold it. Easy, just that pace. We can't see them. Hold it, Jim. Jim, hold it just there. Hold it there. from this point.
Greta, do you know what time was? Dave, Sam,
Dave, you can look after. You are, Dave.
Thank you very much.
Well, here we go, Ronnie. Finally, you've got a chance to get dressed and things.
Yeah, really.
Plenty of pretty girls around you.
Yeah,
This
looks
is
great,
unusual
yeah.
for a road race anyhow in Ireland.
That's true, yeah, really. No, there's plenty of pretty girls around Ireland, all right.
I'm sure, before you get a chance to get a kiss from the festival queen, I'm sure that's number one priority. How
That's
did
true,
tonight's
yeah.
race go for you?
Great. I had a race on Saturday, and I just came here tonight just to have a good run, enjoy the race, and that's exactly what I did. You know, although Roy made it very, very, very tough, but you know, it turned out well in the end.
Did you expect that it would go as it did, 29-22 finish, and had to work all the way? Was that how you planned it?
Well, I expected it pretty fast with Roy running, and I didn't expect to take the pace up at all. You know, I mean, I haven't really got. I'm not really that mentally tough that I can lead it for that long. You know, where Roy is. So you know, that's why he led it, kind of thing.
Since you came back, this is sort of a reasonably new venture for you to be on the roads, because you haven't been on the roads over the last few weeks trying to qualify for the games. How was tonight as opposed to track racing?
Well, this year now I've been injured so much, but I had a bash at the qualifying for the Olympics, and it just didn't go well. And like this is great. It's great to get out here and have a few road races, and it's kind of, it brings the enjoyment back out into athletics. Like when I've had so many disappointments on the track this year that this is just fantastic. You know, to get out here and win a road race, it's just brilliant. You know.
A little tight at the start. Had you any problems getting into your stride in that at the start?
Yes, definitely. The start was absolutely ridiculous, to say the least. But yeah, well, once we got around, once we got around, well, it was dangerous. But once we got around, it was all right. You know, we mostly just took it easy at the start anyway, and then we got going again. You know.
Quick word with you, Roy, there at the start. You were the one who made the early pacemaking. Was that how you figured it would have to be?
Well, I knew my only chance to beat Ronnie would be to try and take it out early on at the start and to pull the pace along, because Ronnie's fairly significantly faster over finishing a few 100 metres than I would be, and I had a very tough race on Sunday in Birmingham in the 3A's half marathon. So I reckon my only chance to have a bash tonight was just to take it out from the gun and try and burn Ronnie off. He's stronger.
And obviously you were feeling that half marathon in your legs tonight, and it probably dragged the kick that you would normally have out of your legs.
Well, over 13 miles and 85 degrees in Birmingham was pretty tough, so I was feeling fairly heavy in my legs. I mean, I was able to sustain a pace, but I wasn't able to surge or to make any move to break Ronnie at any stage during the race.
I'm sure, Ronnie, you won't mind me saying this, but let's face it, you didn't do a whole lot of work there tonight. Was this?
No, but that's it, isn't it? End of story. I'm not making any excuses. I mean, I came here to win, and that's it.
You were always confident that your kick would win the race.
Definitely,
yeah. Had you any sort of pre-race plan coming into it that? Obviously, you didn't expect such a good field. I know that from
the I only lived just down the road, so it was easy enough for me to come up here anyway. And I must, to be honest, I didn't expect Ronnie to be here. I thought he'd be racing this weekend in the national championships. I didn't expect him to be here, so I was hoping for an easier race than I had. So
I think another person hoping for an easy race was Jim McGlynn. Maybe Jim will come in and describe how it went to him. Jim was third in the race. How did you get it this evening?
Got it very tough.
You seemed when you're crossing the line there to have a sort of stitch or a side cramp.
Yeah, I had problems from about 5k. I was with a stitch on my side the whole way around, so I was suffering fairly bad.
Well, this is unusual for a road race here in Ireland over the last few months, that we should find three runners of your calibre together. Obviously, a miscalculation, if I might say so, on all your parts. Had you any idea that each was going to turn up?
That's the way we run road races now, period. I mean, I think it's great that we're all here tonight. I don't think people go to win road race. I mean, we're here. We all showed up to run tonight, period, and win. And we all did that. We didn't. If that was the case, we would have showed up. I would have looked at the field and turned around and gone home. We didn't do that. So I mean, I don't think that's the case.
I think part of the problem is that there aren't enough high enough standard road races in the country. I think if sort of the three of us and maybe another 4 or 5 guys who we all know were racing against each other all the time, every sort of 2 or 3 weeks, the standards would rise pretty dramatically.
Yeah, and of course, now that we have everybody here, because Deirdre Nagel, of course, won the women's, and she's back as well and looking very fresh. Deirdre, a quick word with you. How did your race go? 25-30 tonight?
25-30.
Sorry, 35-30.
Yes, I was quite pleased. It was a tough run, up and down hills. Gosh, it's like a roller coaster. So it was hard work, but I enjoyed it. Beautiful views. It was really lovely now.
You were fairly confident that you would win the women's section.
No, you never know until you cross the line, do you? But it was a pity, I suppose, that some more of the club women weren't in it. Then you'd really know whether I had a good run or not.
Last year, I think everybody knows, came in for a little stick here in this race.
Yeah.
How would you rate it this year, having run the revamped version, if you like?
Yes, well, I wasn't in it last year, so I don't know what to compare it with. But I thought it did go very well. I'm sure there probably are areas that could be improved on. But by what people said last year, this year was certainly an improvement. I enjoyed it anyway.
You did enjoy the race and are obviously very pleased with your time.
Yes, quite pleased.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Dave.
I think that's just about wraps up. Everybody wants to have a chat with the pretty girls and maybe get to a bar as well. And Herbie wants to talk, of course.
Yeah, Willie Dunn.
In between the hairs, not good.
Not too slow though. Are you driving again?
Oh my God.
Right.
Dalkey.